the system to grow like in Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka, or what do you call Nepal. Certainly not. We just want this rule of law to continue. We want our rights to be protected. We want the court's order to be implemented. That's all. And we want our leader, after all, we want our leader to be out because we consider that unjustified.
So you don't want a Bangladesh-Nepal-like situation to break out in Pakistan? You're not looking for that kind of revolution?
No, absolutely not. We're not being securely looking. But what thing is, we actually, we are cautiously optimistic, and we ask all of them that you must never drive the people to that situation, because when you violate their privacy, when you violate their rights, when you do not implement court orders, when you put your leaders in jail, when you start convicting them, when you start disqualifying them, when you start suppressing them, when you start not listening to what they say, when you are not listening to them when they speak even in parliament, then obviously we have to get a different situation. But I hope that doesn't, circumstances change. The earlier the better. We tried our best. The first time we tried is when we alleged that we had actually won 180 seats in the National Assembly, and we were in the majority on the 8th of February. But the mandate was stolen, and the next day we came out where we had only 91 parliamentarians. Now we are sitting in the parliament with just 75 parliamentarians. From 180 to 91, from 91 to 75. And why? Everyone knows that.
Would you describe the state of Pakistan's democracy right now?
Well, very fragile situations, but I hope for the best, and we want a democracy Pakistan. We want Pakistan to flourish. We want Pakistan to be stronger. When there was a call by Pakistan, which was on in May this year, when we had a war in India, we stood by Pakistan. We will always stand by Pakistan. We struggle. We are PTI, but PTI means we are Pakistan, and we want Pakistan. We want a stronger Pakistan. We will make Pakistan stronger.
And who do you think is most responsible for the fragile situation?
It's the government that's responsible. Who else?
Is it the government? Is it the security services? Is there?
Well, I'm not attributing anything to any agency anywhere, and I have never done it. Because when I say the government, whosoever is in the government is responsible. The Prime Minister can never pass on. Is that sir? Chance hai? Oh. So when we talk of the government means the government, the federal government. And the federal government should take all that possible to bring law and order situation in the country, to ensure that the court orders are implemented, to ensure we have free access to harm. And at least one thing is very important. We have never said that you should give him the right that he poses as a former Prime Minister of Pakistan. We have simply said, deal him like a convicted person in jail. These are the rights of any convicted person in jail. We go to this extreme, yet they are not implemented. So that's why we are here. We come every time. When we go, the time is over.
What sort of conditions is he facing in prison?
Not quite stable most of the time, because he's been complaining sometimes that he doesn't have electricity all the time. He doesn't have access to the clean water. He doesn't have access to the traffic that he is supposed to. He doesn't have access to the newspaper. He doesn't have access to the electronic media. Although there are court orders that they should all be done. He should be given that food. He is entitled to better facilities. And as I said, we have been actually trying it. That former Prime Minister, he should have and enjoy those rights like Nawaz Sharif did. He should have all those rights like a former Prime Minister of Pakistan. What we call it the better facilities under the Jain minimum. But no, it's none. Then we say, okay, all right. If not right, at least like a convicted person, he would be entitled to meeting his family, his lawyers, etc.
Do you have any grounds for optimism that this is going to change?
Yeah, I do. I always am optimistic person, and I always optimist, because when mandate was stolen, Imran Khan announced at the time that there should be dialogue. He appointed back in March 2024. He appointed one person that they should be authorized to do the dialogue. Then some of the people say your dialogue was with the establishment. So he authorized Achakzai, Mahmood Khan Achakzai. And he said, he's a chairman of his political party, but he's part of our alliance. And Khan says that you can go to the political parties and you come up with any solutions, then I will consider them. They didn't work. Then when the people came up on the street and there was firing and some people died, at that time too, Khan constituted another committee and said, we want to have a dialogue, we Parliament. But nothing yielded any money. It was all in vain. And that's probably the reason we are here. Although we have like 75, as I said, 75s. We right now, this is our strength in the Parliament. 75 member of Parliament in the National Assembly. We have 22 in the Senate. We have two-third majority in the KPK government. We have 107 member of the Assembly in the Punjab. We have 9 in the Sindh Assembly. And yet we are here on the ground. Nothing. Nothing. We haven't been able even to get access to him.
In the last 2 months, the government has made a better relationship with
With the
Trump's
international community.
administration.
Yeah.
How does that change things for you?
Well, what I would say is we want the best for Pakistan. The foreign policy is going in the right direction. This is what we want. We are not saying that Pakistan should get to a situation where Pakistan finds itself in the closed end and isolated from the international community and with no regard by the international community. We want the best for Pakistan. But we say that you can only prosperous if you have a democratic independent and you protect the people's rights and you address their concern. So when we raise the voice, we expect them that it is your duty to listen to what we say. We do not ask anything for ourselves. We ask for our people and for our country. And we say this is the way forward. If we have a democracy, which means there will be independent judiciary, there will be stronger parliament, and the rights of the people will be protected. And this is exactly what we want.
And on the recent Saudi deal, I know PTI endorsed the deal.
Yeah.
But there's been concerns that we hear that people believe that this is a deal that should go to Parliament, that should be made in front of the people. Where is that?
We have a different law. Our law is different, like you would just say sometimes you have to have a rectification. Rectification is altogether something different. When we have a convention on the international side, then you have to have a convention to ratify